Section 9 of Vegetarianism and Occultism. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Andrea Fiore. Vegetarianism and Occultism by C.W. Leadbeater. Section 9. The Degradation of the Slaughterman. Yet another point to be considered is the wickedness of causing degradation and sin in other men. If you yourselves had to use the knife or the poleaxe and slaughter the animal before you so you could feed upon its flesh, you would realize the sickening nature of the task and would soon refuse to perform it. Would the delicate ladies who devour sanguinary beefsteaks like to see their sons working as slaughtermen? If not, then they have no right to put this task upon some other woman's son. We have no right to impose upon a fellow citizen work which we ourselves should decline to do. It may be said that we force no one to undertake this abominable means of livelihood, but that is a mere tergiversation, for in eating this horrible food, we are making a demand that someone shall brutalize himself, that someone shall degrade himself below the level of humanity. You know that a class of men has been created by the demand for this food, a class of men which has an exceedingly bad reputation. Naturally, those who are brutalized by such unclean work as this prove themselves brutal in other relations as well. They are savage in their disposition and bloodthirsty in their quarrels, and I have heard it stated that in many a murder case, evidence has been found that the criminal employed the particular twist of the knife which is characteristic of the slaughterman. You must surely recognize that here is an unspeakably horrible work, and that if you take any part in this terrible business, even that of helping to support it, you are putting another man in the position of doing, not in the least for your need, but merely for the gratification of your lusts and passions, work that you would under no circumstances consent to do yourself. Then we should surely remember that we are all of us hoping for the time of universal peace and kindness, a golden age when war shall be no more, a time when man shall be so far removed from strife and anger that the whole conditions of the world will be different from those which now prevail. Do you not think that the animal kingdom will also have its share in that good time coming, that this horrible nightmare of wholesale slaughter will be removed from it? The really civilized nations of the world know far better than this. It is only that we of the West are as yet a young race and still have many of the crudities of youth. Otherwise, we could not bear these things amongst us even for a day. Beyond all question, the future is with the vegetarian. It seems certain that in the future, and I hope it may be in the near future, we shall be looking back upon this time with disgust and with horror. In spite of all its wonderful discoveries, in spite of its marvelous machinery, in spite of the enormous fortunes that have been made in it, I am certain that our descendants will look back upon this age as one of only partial civilization, and in fact, but little removed from savagery. One of the arguments by which they will prove this will assuredly be that we allowed among us this wholesale, unnecessary slaughter of innocent animals, that we actually battened on it and made money out of it, and that we even created a class of beings who did this dirty work for us, and that we are not ashamed to profit by the result of their degradation. All of these are considerations referring only to the physical plane. Now let me tell you something of the occult side of all this. Up to the present, I have made to you many statements, strong and definite, I hope, but every one of them statements which you can prove for yourself. You can read the testimony of well-known doctors and scientific men. You may test for yourselves the economic side of the question. You may go and see, if you will, how all these different types of men contrive to live so well upon vegetarian diet. All that I have said hitherto is thus within your reach. But now I am abandoning the field of ordinary physical reasoning, and taking you up to the level where you have, naturally, to take the word of those who have explored these higher realms. Let us then turn now to the hidden side of all of this, the occult. End of section 9.